Hey, it's Bill here at the Hobby Center. Thank you very much for the great response you gave me to the two-part collection nostalgia video I just currently posted up on YouTube. I got a lot of favorable response, and a lot of people said they really like seeing that kind of thing. So, ironically, I barely have that thing up maybe, a week now, and I got another collection. Now, this one isn't as big, and I promise I'm not going to give you a long dragged out video about every time we get a collection. I mean, just maybe rolling them up and down the stacks or whatnot would probably suffice. But when I get something that's I think is kind of cool, that kind of gets me going, I kind of want to share it with you. And I think, from the response I got, that's the kind of stuff you all want to see too. So this little collection here was kind of unique because it had a lot of old, favorites, and they're kind of their original boxes. So this is the 54 millimeter scale, which is 1/32 scale, but 54 millimeter is what miniature figure painters, in historical minis, that's what they scale it out at. That's a Scots Gray from 1815. Some of these things are a mixed bag. There's a die-car, 1/50th scale. And what do they call that? The Hawkins. So it's a little schooner type boat with two big guns on it. It's a wooden kit. So this was part of that collection. There's one I'm not too familiar with. Now this is in 1/12 scale, which just makes it a bigger figure. And that's Richard I, one-time King of England, in the old Airfix packaging. There's a Polish Lancer. Same series. This is back to the 54 millimeter or 1/32 scale. Now, if you're old like me, you can remember these multi-pose figures that Airfix put out. They had a high level of detail and separate hanging armament and packs and all that stuff. They even came with fine plastic to cut and make the strapping for the guns and whatnot. These were really cool. But they were in 1/32 scale, so they only really worked with their vehicles and those old monogram ones we covered in the last video. But if you put them next to guys like the Italy 35th scale U.S. paratroops, this would they would not look good together. The 1/35th scale are noticeably smaller when you put them side by each. A moto race car driver, 1/12 scale. This is Tamiya. So I think this guy was delving into various figures. English Musketeers, Airfix, 54 millimeter, 32nd scale, in the blister pack. That's just the second one. There's an American Soldier from 1775, blister packed. British Grenadier. English Pikemen. Carrying right along. There's a 1775 American Soldier. I guess that's same as the one we had earlier. There's another Pikeman. Here's another multi-pose set. This is German infantry this time. There's a note on it. The guy gave us incomplete. And a road sign set from the Tamiya military series. These would be great for making little dioramas or vignettes with these figures. Alas, it's incomplete, but I'm sure there's stuff in there that somebody can use. The old Eschi 1/35th scale German troops with the Goliath engineering vehicle. More multi-pose, the U.S. Marine set. Really innovative for their time. British infantry multi-pose. And we're getting a little more modern here, Well, somewhat modern. This is probably, MM 142. That's the original issue of the Tamiya 35th scale Stuart. And the 35th scale SAS Jeep. I have these come through the store all the time. The old lifelike, pyro, what have you, Civil War field piece. I think these were something like 1/24 scale, if memory serves. They build up to be nice pieces if you're into that sort of stuff. Again, more modern. We got Dragon Totenkopf in 35th scale. And we got 6th Army in 35th scale. You can see this covered quite a range of different interests and likes. You know, German assault infantry with winter gear from Tamiya. Weapon set, Tamiya. Livestock set, Tamiya. SDKFZ 251 from AFV Club. Oh, this is kind of fun. There's a sealed Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ost D from Dragon. Now we're going back in time a little bit again. There's a Matchbox Stuart tank. Need I say it? Little diorama inside. This was a nifty little set. The Iwo Jima flag raising. Little diorama in a box. There's some old original military miniatures, U.S. Army Infantry from Tamiya. This is one of those little series they had, 1/25th scale. He scaled out with some of their large-scale tank models. This is the plastic version. They originally came out in metal, and then at one time they came back out again, but in plastic molded this time. And then just to, you know, make things completely different here, we've got a couple of white metal kits. This guy liked his figures, and he was all over. This looks like a U.S. cavalryman. It's a heavy box. Oh, here we are. Robert J. Bryce, Sergeant U.S. Cavalry, Series 77 miniatures. So I'm guessing from the weight of it, that's a big scale one. And last but not least, there's a Viking in metal. What do you think about metal miniatures? I find it's kind of a dying thing. With the advent of 3D printing, a lot of people are 3D printing their various figures and whatnot in resin. They're sharing files. There's a little Viking guy there. 9th century. I mean, this is such a traditional hobby. You know, the building and painting. Is a post-militaire 70 millimeter. So what are your thoughts about the traditional, you know, figure painting? Do you think it's a dying art? Do you think it's set to make some kind of a comeback, or is 3D printing pretty well buried at? Anyways, that's it for this collection. Before I could talk to you about it, the person accepted our offer for it. Basically, we just kind of did it on what we saw quickly, and he took the offer. So this stuff is in the store, and over the next day or so, we'll be pricing it or putting it out for sale. And of course, if there's anything you see you like, email me, hobson@rogers.com. Tell us what you'd like to know about, and we can hook you up with it. We had a lot of response to the last one, and we did hook a bunch of people up from local and out of town with things that they've been wanting, you know, to fulfill those old nostalgia needs and have a redo over on a kit that they loved as a kid. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget, your next great build starts right here.